you.
I have gone live for us, so I'm going to mute myself now, and then you can start in 2 minutes.
Okay,
Perfect.
thank
Enjoy.
you. Oops. Hello, everybody. Hello, grade 3. Welcome to the Lockdown Digital School, and welcome to your grade 3 English home language lesson. Today we're going to have a comprehension lesson. So I am Teacher Fiona, your grade 3 home language English teacher. Hello, hello. So glad you could join us today. So let me ask you a question. Did you do your homework? Did you do it too noisy? I'd love to be able to do that, but it gets a bit too noisy. So what I'm going to do today is I am going to ask you to put up your hands if you want to say something. Okay, you're going to put up your hands, and then I will notice and I'll unmute you, and then I will let you call out your name and let you speak. Okay, good. So here was the homework that you had to do yesterday. Remember, we went over this in class. You had a spelling spiral with our words from this week, our our vocabulary words, and our 12 vocabulary words are at the bottom in red, and you had to put them in the right blocks. I hope that you managed to do those. Did you manage to do those? Right. I hope the chat box is working. I'm just going to write a message. Hello, everyone, just to make sure that it is working. Right. Okay. So I wonder if you all did your homework. So what I'm going to do now, I am going to, let's see, I'm learning how to do this muting and unmuting today. So, I don't know how we can do that. Okay, I don't know how we can do that. All right, I wanted to unmute you all, but I don't know how to do that part. Okay. Sorry, I'm just learning a new skill today, so now I am finding out how to do things. Okay. All right, so I hope that you did your homework. And remember, we went over it yesterday, and we showed, we did put the right, I showed you the first letter of each of our words. Good. Now today we're going to read our story again, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. And if there's somebody that would like to read it for some of the pages. I would love that. So you can put up your hands when we're reading to say that you'd like to read a page. That would be very nice. Then after we've done our reading, I'm going to teach you about one of the comprehension strategies called multiple choice. How to choose the right answer when you have a choice of answers. Okay. And then after that, we'll answer questions about the story. And that will be the end of our lesson. So right now, let's go on to reading our story. So tell me, is there anybody that would like to read today? We're going to be reading The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Remember, we read it yesterday, and it was a good story. So I don't think I can unmute everybody. I can only, no, I don't know how to unmute everybody, but I can unmute people that put up their hands. Okay, so let's read our story again. Now, who would like to read this page for me? Anybody? Anybody want to read this page? Do you know how to put up your hands?
Yeah, no, there is a few hands that's raised at the moment.
I can't see any raised hands. Isn't that strange?
Scroll to the top of your participant screen.
Yes, there's my name.
Then you'll see Priyasha, Chevelle, Africa, all of them has a little blue
Oh,
hand.
I see. Nobody actually, it doesn't actually show, like it usually, a little black thing comes up and says, so many hands are raised, but it doesn't do that. Didn't do that. Okay, so I'm going to choose Katia. All right. So let me unmute Katia somehow. Unmute. All right. So Katia, would you like to read the story for us?
My name is Hadia.
How do you pronounce it?
Hadia.
Katia, what a beautiful name, Katia. Wow, I love that name. I haven't come across that name before. It's beautiful. Okay, so you're going to read for us.
Thank you.
Good.
There once was a shepherd boy who was bored. As he sat on the hillside watching the village sheep.
Very good reading. I think you should read another page for us. Will you? Because that was so good. That was very, very good. Right, let's go on to the next part. So he's sitting there watching the sheep. Then what happens?
To amaze himself, he took a great breath and sang out, "Wolf, wolf! The wolf is chasing the sheep."
That's beautiful reading. Thank you. To amuse himself, just for something to do, he started playing a joke. Thank you very much for that fantastic reading. I love that.
You're welcome.
Right. Thank you. So now we have Priyasha. Priyasha, you're going to read the next bit for us. Right. So Priyasha, I'm going to go on to the next page. Let's see. Right. Can you see that, Priyasha? Is Priyasha still going to read? Okay. Does Amber want to read? Amber? Who's that? All right. Let's see if Chevelle. Chevelle, would you like to read? I'm not having anybody reading. I think I better just read this one. Who else has got their hands up? Oh, wait, there's...
Me, ma'am.
Who's that?
Chevelle.
Chevelle. Oh, you're there, Chevelle. Wonderful. Okay, off you go.
The villagers came running up the hill to the wolf. The boy drive the wolf away. But when they arrived at the top of the hill, they found no wolf. The boy laughed at the sight of their angry faces.
Very good. Angry faces. Good. Go on.
Don't cry, wolf, shepherd boy, said the villagers. When there's no wolf, they went grumbling back down the hill.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. That was wonderful reading.
You're
Well done.
welcome.
You know what I'm noticing about the reading is the lovely expression. I'm so impressed. Well done. So look at that boy. He's actually very naughty playing tricks like that, isn't he?
Yes,
Playing
he
tricks like that on the villagers, getting them to run up and then just laughing. Don't you think that's very bad manners?
It is.
Very bad manners, yes. All right, so we're going to go on now to our next page, and I'm going to see who would like to read now. So was that Amber that read? So that was Amber. What about Africa? Africa, would you like to read? Let's see if I can unmute Africa. Oh dear. That one doesn't want to unmute. Okay, so who's that? Is that Africa?
Yes.
Ah, Africa, you're going to read for us. That's wonderful. Okay.
Later the boy sang out again, "Woof, woof!" The wolf is chasing the sheep to
Yes.
his native diet.
Delight.
He watched the village run up the hill to help him drive the wolf away.
Excellent reading. Go on.
Later
When the villagers, are you still there, Africa?
Yes.
Okay, when the villagers saw,
When the villagers saw no wolf, they
sternly
said, "Save your
frightened song, for when there is really
something wrong.
Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Go on.
Don't cry when there is no wolf." But the boy just grinned and watched them go grumbling down the hill once more.
Very good. Well done, Africa. Well done. All right, so here's our next page now. So I think I'll read a page now, then I'm going to choose somebody else, okay? So later, he saw a real wolf. Oops, I'm just moving this box out of the way so I can see. Sorry. Prowling about his flock. Alarmed, he leapt to his feet and sang out as loudly as he could, "Wolf, wolf!" But the villagers thought he was trying to fool them again, and so they didn't come. At sunset, everyone wondered why the shepherd boy hadn't returned to the village with their sheep. They went up the hill to find the boy. They found him weeping. Right. So now I think he'd learned his lesson. Right, so who shall we have reading this last bit now? So we've got, who haven't we had reading so far? Mandla, would you like to read Mandla?
Amber has also not read yet. I have unmuted her, Fiona. She's waiting. She's been waiting quite some time.
Okay, Mandla.
Her name is Amber.
Ma'am?
Yes,
Ma'am?
hello.
Can I start reading?
Who's that? Who's that speaking?
Amber.
Okay. Yes, do start.
There really was a wolf here. The flock has scattered. I
Good.
cried, "Oh, why didn't you come?"
Good. Whoops, sorry.
An old man tried to comfort the boy. As they walked back to the village,
Good.
we'll help you look for the lost sheep in the morning, he said, putting his arm around the youth.
Good.
Nobody believes a liar, even when he's telling the truth.
Good. The end. Very good. That was excellent reading. Right, so I'm hoping that that boy learned his lesson, right? I think he might have learned his lesson. But now let's see how much you remember about the story. Okay, so we're going to learn about a special type of comprehension called multiple choice. So then they ask you a question and they give you 4 answers and you've got to choose the right one. So for example, look at this little lamb. Isn't it beautiful and soft and cuddly? Now, it says here, a sheep has, and it gives 4 options. A sheep has A, 4 legs and 2 tails. Is that true? No. 4 legs and 1 tail. That could be true, so we'll leave that one open. 2 legs and a head. No. 4 legs and 4 ears. No. So it's got to be this number B. 4 legs and 1 tail. Do you get the idea? You have to read it carefully. You have to read each one and say to yourself, yes or no. And then in the end, if you're left with 2, that could be yes. You have to decide which one you think is the right one. Okay. Right, so I see people writing in the chat box. That's so good. So because our class is getting bigger now, I'm not letting everybody be unmuted, but I am going to ask people to do these questions. But I will do the first 2 and with you writing in the chat box, and then I'll ask somebody else to do it for me. So number 1, which sentence has information about the story's setting? Remember, a setting is where it happened. Which sentence tells you something about where it happened? The first sentence, there was once a shepherd boy who was bored. Does that sound like it tells you where it happened? Not really, right? No. To amuse himself, he sang. Does that tell you about the setting, where it happened? No. See people writing in the chat box. He sat on the hillside watching the sheep. Does that tell you where it happened? That one could be right, hey, because it's telling you the hillside could be the setting. Number D, he was playing with his friends in the woods. What about that one? Now, in the woods is a setting, but is that true? Was he playing with his friends in the woods? It's not true. No, you're right. So it looks like number C is the correct one. He sat on the hillside watching the sheep. Got it? Good. let's go on to number 2. And we can do it together again with you writing in the chat box. Who is the main character in the story? The shepherd boy's master, is that the main character? We don't really know who the master is, so that's going to be no. Are the villagers the main characters? No. Is the shepherd boy the main character? I see lots of people saying yes. What about the wolf? Is the wolf the main character? No. So the correct answer is number C, the shepherd boy. Okay, good. Let's go on to the next one. Right now, we're going to see who would like to be the person to do this one. So I'm going to choose a hand. Shall I choose Priyesha? Priyesha? Okay, Priyesha. I'm hoping that it unmutes. Okay. Right, Priyesha. So what happens in the story? So read each one out and say yes or no. Okay, Priyesha. Okay, I'm not hearing Priyesha. So shall I choose Kataya? Oh, I've forgotten how to pronounce that beautiful name, Kataya. Kataya. Right, Kataya. Are you there?
Hello,
Hello, I've unmuted you. Is that Kataya?
it's Hadia.
Katia.
Put it in the
There
chat.
we are. Oh, it's such a beautiful name and I can't say it properly. Katia. Okay, Katia, read it for me and tell me if it's true or not. What happens in the story?
The shepherd boy took good care of the sheep. Wrong.
Is that wrong? Okay.
The shepherd boy played pranks on the village. What pranks?
Pranks, that's jokes. He played pranks. Is
True.
that true? That
Yes.
could be true, hey? Okay, go on.
The shepherd boy played with the wolf. False.
False.
The shepherd boy read a story under the tree. False.
He read a story under the tree. False. So the correct answer is B. Very good. Let's do the next one. You could do the next one as well.
Okay.
Right?
Which word would be the best to describe the shepherd boy?
Right. Read
The
it.
miss wise.
Wise. Is that right? No, false.
Short. False.
Right.
Mischievous can
Mischievous. Mischievous.
Mischievous can be.
Right.
Helpful and false.
No. So you're right. It's number C, mischievous. Well done. That was excellent. Excellent. Well done. I'm going to ask Mandla now. See Mandla's hands up. Mandla.
Okay.
Right. Mandla.
Yes.
So which word best replaces the word in the sentence? The boy just grinned and watched them go down the hill. So which word it means grinned?
Smiled.
But let's go through them first. A, cried. Is that true or false?
False.
False. Smiled, you say could be the right one. Hey, let's look at the next one. What's the next one?
Laughed.
True or false? What do you think? False, because grinned is not the same as laughing. It's more smiling. And the next one? Cheered. Is that true or false?
Yes.
False.
False.
So the answer is smiled. Good. Would you like to do another one?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Number 6. What does the boy decide to do because he is lonely? Right.
He
A.
plays with his sheep.
Is that true or false?
He plays with his
Not
sheep.
false. It's not true. Next one.
He makes music.
Is that true or not?
Not.
No. Okay. He pretends he sees a wolf to get company. Does that sound right?
Yes.
And let's try the next one. He takes sheep to the villages. Is that right?
I can't see it.
Okay, but it's not right. Okay, so the answer is number C. Well done, Mandla. That was very good. Well done. Good job.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right, so that is what we mean by multiple choice. And for homework tonight, the homework is on the Africa Teen Geeks website.
Yes.
You'll see that I've given you some of those to do for homework to choose the correct answer. Do you think you can do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Good, good. Okay, everybody. Well done. So don't forget to do your homework, okay? Now we've come to the end of our lesson for today. So what did we do today? We read our story again, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. We also learned about multiple choice questions, which is one type of question. And we also answered questions about the story. And that's what we did today. And if you know what, if you want to go onto this website called Easy Peasy Fun, it will show you how to draw a sheep step by step if you want to do that. It will be a fun exercise for you. So I hope you're going to come tomorrow. Tomorrow is a language lesson about tenses. I hope we'll see you there. Yes?
What?
Well, I see you there.
It's a
Right. So I'm
table
hoping
of what?
a language lesson about tenses tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Okay. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us and goodbye.